What do the Walnut Street klepto, the suicidal freshman, and the closeted playboy all have in common? All three of these people have anonymously, yet very publicly, submitted their secrets to WCU Confessions.
This is Mary, Allie,
and Ashley from This Westchester Life, and in this segment, we'll be giving you the lowdown on WCU Confessions and just how big of an impact it has made on our campus and community.
Watch this. These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know
what exactly is WCU Confessions? For those of you who haven't jumped on the soul-bearing bandwagon, WCU Confessions is an explosion of emotion via social media. From Twitter to a Facebook page, students are submitting their deepest, darkest secrets for the world to read. The page is completely anonymous, a feat quite hard to achieve these days. Confessions are submitted through a public Google form. All of the confessions are then organized and posted by an unknown admin. These posts range from witty and passing thoughts to potential felonies, but they generally fall under the following categories: illegal activity, suicide, random thoughts, and sex. And let me tell you guys, there's a lot on sex. So let's take a look at some recent confessions.
I use Snapchat for sending naked pictures. I'm that girl.
I found a roll of bubble wrap sitting in my desk. Popped them all. No regrets.
I'm developing an eating disorder, and it's snowballing, and I can't stop.
I'm gay, but I really wish I wasn't. I feel empty a large amount of the time because I usually develop crushes on straight guys.
This is just a snapshot of the thousands of confessions that have been posted since its conception on February 17th, 2013. And it is no exaggeration when we tell you there are literally thousands of posts. But in true social media fashion, it's not necessarily the amount of posts or even exactly what the posts are about, but more so how the campus and community are reacting. And wouldn't you guess it? They're reacting anonymously. And how do you perceive the confessions?
I think some are honest, some are obviously exaggerated, and I think they're pretty funny.
I think at times, honestly, submitting this material can be humorous, but even though you're allowed to do it, it's often inappropriate and exaggerated, and it's not really something you should do.
I think they're hilarious. The stuff that's said is just, no one can think of stuff like that. Sometimes it's mildly inappropriate. Sometimes it's exaggerated. It's a little out there.
So would you say you're more willing to tell your close secrets to a group of friends as opposed to the cyber world, even if it was anonymous?
I would definitely say that, because with close friends, generally there's a higher level of trust, and when you post something on the internet, it's no longer yours, it's everybody's. Anybody who has access to that site or that page can take what you've said, either out of or in context, and use it against you.
Clearly, WCU Confessions is out there and being read, and most people have an opinion. They just don't want to be associated with it.
This is exactly what we're seeing with the posts themselves. People are more willing to share their information as long as nobody knows it was them. WCU Confessions has set up a safe space where people can publicly admit their secrets, because even if there is judgment, it's not attached to their name, so they walk away clean. But not everybody feels this need for anonymity. Facebook users have the ability to like and comment on any and all confessions. However, these likes and comments are directly linked to their user's Facebook page, which isn't exactly anonymous.
The comments and the likes, I think they're hilarious because they're commenting or liking something that's anonymous, but they show up who is commenting. So you see all the comments, like people who agree with like this outrageous stuff and people who disagree, and then it's like almost a war between them. And I feel like sometimes the people who are supposed to be anonymous comment on their own like posts, and then you know who they are. So then it kind of defeats the purpose.
I think sometimes people honestly try to help, and other times the comments are just rude.
Even though these posts are anonymous, that doesn't mean they're untraceable. One specific confession read, "Just had sex in the Commons gym, hope they wipe down the equipment." The following day, the residents of the Commons received the following email.
You've got mail.
It is the responsibility of each resident to make sure you do not abuse the equipment. The equipment is wiped down after each use. The equipment is returned to its proper location, and so on. And do not use the fitness center or any common area in this community for personal enjoyment. This may seem like a Kodak moment to you or something you would journal for future years, but your fellow residents do not support your choice and find other ways to document their memories. Going forward, we will continue to view the cameras from time to time and will notify anyone who abuses this privilege. This includes your guests, who you are responsible for. Remember, no guest is permitted anywhere without being with them at all times, and the study corral is off limits to all non-residents.
After weighing the consequences, let's see how our students would respond.
Have you submitted a confession?
Personally, I have not submitted a confession.
Would you?
If I thought of something funny enough, even if it wasn't true, I might just do it for humor. But I don't think I would actually put anything personal out for complete strangers.
Have you ever submitted a confession yourself?
I have not.
Would you consider doing so?
Probably not.
Why not?
I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to put any personal information on there, even if it is anonymous.
Whether you're posting a confession, commenting on one, or secretly judging from your dorm room, the impact that WCU Confessions has undoubtedly made is obviously rippling through our campus. Is it a helpful outlet for people to find support or like-minded people without the fear of being judged? Is it simply a mess of lies and exaggerations with a random true thought mixed in? In the end, it's up to you to decide. After all, these aren't our confessions.
These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta give you part two of my confessions.